ideology, they would rather see imports of frack gas increase as long as they go down in history as the government who shut down the North Sea.
That's Andrew Bowie, a Tory who could be the cousin of Robert Jenrick, attacking Labour's green energy plans. And here he is, during the reign of Johnson, being rinsed by an audience member on Question Time.
They're investing billions and billions in the North East. That's just to cover up what he actually sold away. He allowed the UK government to take that money out of Scotland and invest in the north of England. And in a typical Tory fashion, he starts hitting us with all this thing about we've invested 132 billion, 125 billion. Nobody can check all these figures. And the Tory ministers are good at this for everything they do. The first thing they bring in is their investment in this, their investment in that. He sold Scotland down the river by not allowing the North East project to go ahead.
When you say he, you're referring to
Andrew.
Oh, to Andrew himself personally. Right.
So whilst pensioners freeze, and as his government strips them of their winter fuel allowance, and as people are made unemployed due to their position on the North Sea, can he see why people across this country are quite miffed that they get to waste £8 billion of their money on the GB Energy white elephant?
Yeah. Here's an interesting fact from Brett Christophers about British oil.
All the readily exploited resources have, for the most part, already been exploited. So what's left is very, very hard to get at. And accordingly, it's very, very expensive to extract. And so if you look at a chart that shows you the kind of per barrel cost of extracting the remaining hydrocarbon reserves in the Earth's crust, I don't know, in Saudi Arabia, which I think is the cheapest, it's like $5 a barrel. In the UK, it's like $80 a barrel. So there's a marginal cost to it. And so the profitability of future extraction from the North Sea is very, very, if it occurs, is relatively marginal.
Well, first of all, let's be absolutely clear that Great British Energy will invest in those clean power projects right across the country, including in his constituency. But he has an absolute cheek to come here and talk about jobs in oil and gas, when more than 70,000 jobs in the past decade, when he was in the energy department, for at least a chunk of it, were lost in North Sea industries. The truth is, there is a transition underway in the North Sea. The party opposite were quite happy to bury their head in the sand and pretend that it wasn't happening as thousands of people lost their jobs. This government is determined to build what comes next. He stands opposed to that, and he'll have to explain to his constituents and to the people of Scotland why he doesn't support that investment.
Click here for Chris, yeah but no but yeah, Philp, taunted by Yvette Cooper.